Ron Goodall, FightHype.com, joined with the WBO welterweight champion of the world, Brian Norman Jr., who defends his crown June 19th against the big Japanese contender, Jin Sasaki. First and foremost, being the youngest male world champion right now, going 7,000 miles across the sea. I mean, did you ever picture that boxing would bring you to something like this?
No, not this one. I ain't gonna lie to you. So now I'm actually out living my dream, but at the same time, I'm still living it. So um, I'm even surprised at myself.
I know that you're a fan of Hajime no Ippo, so I mean, is this kind of a case where you kind of watch the anime a little bit in this training camp, just a little bit, just to kind of relive some of those childhood fantasies of being able to box
I
across the
mean,
river?
I was watching it anyway, so I'm not necessarily just for this fight. I was already watching it, so yeah.
You're going to be fighting in one of the big Japanese prestigious arenas that's had Inoue, Kenshiro, Nakatani. I mean, the list goes on. But a lot of the American champions who recently went over there haven't had a lot of success. So are you looking to break that spell a little bit, fighting in his backyard and kind of bringing the title back and kind of getting that one whatever number that we've had in the last couple years?
Most definitely, most definitely. I'm trying to make sure I do everything necessarily, everything that I need to do regarding coming in early, training properly. I'm doing literally everything possible to, set the record straight.
Your last fight, I know that you mentioned, there was a little inactivity, that may have played a factor just a tiny bit, but you're jumping right back in the ring. You were able to knock out a power punch in your last fight. So how important is it to get the spacing from now and immediately get straight into another fight?
Oh, I love that. I mean, it was a 10-month layoff, and that was too long. That was entirely too long. I'm young and got too much energy. I'm ready to get out here and get active. Plus, I've seen a whole lot of fighters in the past, take one fight a year, take a year off, take 2 years off, come back, and they don't look the same. I'm not going to be one to fall victim to that.
What do you think about Jin Sasaki, as a fighter and as your mandatory?
I mean, his record and his ranking speak for itself.
Hmm.
I believe he was number two in the ranking system under me, and then record 19-1, 17 knockouts. So Japan real hot about him. The welterweight division real hot about him. So shoot, you tell me.
You're known for getting guys out, especially your last couple fights. Traditionally, a lot of Japanese fighters fight with a lot of pride and heart. So, do you feel like you have to systematically break him down, or you think you can potentially hurt him and kind of get him out in a single shot? Not saying you're looking for it, but kind of the opponent that that you're facing.
Going into a fight, I'm going in to do my thing. At the end of the day, I don't care who I'm facing against. You in the ring with Brian Norman Jr. at the end of the day. And if I can hit you with one punch and put you to sleep, or if I hit you with 100 and put you to sleep, at the end of the day, you still got your pillow and your comforter. So good night.
I know you put a quote out there saying that, King of the South now, going around the world, but do you really like kind of like the hip hop days with T.I., Jeezy, Wayne when they were kind of running it? Do you kind of feel like that's kind of the version of boxing? Like you're representing like you're the T.I. of boxing, you're the Jeezy, like is that the new era that we're going to see a lot of Southern fighters come in and proudly represent?
I mean, you asking this question for a reason, so it must be true. It's just history reborn. History will forever repeat itself, and I just so happen to be the one that bring it in through.
If you were able to claim a rapper to kind of describe your style, who would it be,
Just one. Oh, definitely Ti. Definitely Ti. Definitely Ti. Cause he got trap music. He got rich music. He got this. He got that. He can do it all.
Yeah.
And then, for example, he talked just like me, but his vernacular just a little bit different. He a little bit smarter, more intellectual. So he can do his thing regarding that, and I can do my thing regarding this.
Well, I mean, you're only 24, you're young. So,
Exactly. I'm learning. I'm gonna learn. I'm gonna pick it up. I'm gonna pick it up expeditiously.
not looking past your opponent, I just wanted to kind of get your side of the story. Eddie Hearn, obviously boots question, but
Mhm.
just kind of seeing like they were trying to make an offer in between, and if not, they were going to make a lucrative offer after. I know you guys aren't looking past your opponent, and probably don't even want to talk about it, but
Oh, you good? You good?
just wanted to get your side. Like, was there some sort of progression that seems like it's going in the right direction at least?
I can't necessarily say because I also just found out. Well, let me take it back. Let me take it back. This is where I'm gonna start off at. So they did approach us with a fight offer, and we said yes, we want that fight. The only thing is we won't sign the contract and negotiate the whole contract until after my fight, June 19th. June 20th, we can make some things happen. But I got to thinking about it. You name me anybody else, any other promoters out here just put negotiations out there and anything like that. Don't nobody else do it. That's from Al Heyman, Top Rank, Bob Arum, to Oscar De La Hoya and Golden Boy. Don't nobody else do that except that boy Eddie. Sound like bad business. Sound like he trying to paint another picture for the fans to go out here and eat up. And then I just found out the whole time they were trying to make a fight with him, Boots and Teofimo. So it sounded like they want to try to paint me as a duck once again and try to run along with that whole story while he go out here and he can gracefully go and keep the boogeyman image and fight Teofimo. I'm setting the record straight. Yes, we want to fight Boots. I'm saying it right now as we speak. The only thing is, I want to negotiate the contract and talk about the contract, talk about the whole fight after my fight coming up. Can I focus on June 19th? Can I focus on my opponent coming up? I have learned in the past, you don't look past anybody. We have just learned just a few weeks ago, Ron Garcia, Roller Romero. You don't look past anybody. You don't sign contracts in advance. You take it fight by fight, day by day, and make things happen.
Awesome. My last two questions is mentioning Tio. I know that Tio was regarded of maybe fighting you, and I've had a couple fans come up from some of the comments that he said and said, look, which one is going to get Tio? Is it going to be Jaron? Is it going to be Brian Norman? Kind of someone has to get Tio. It's kind of a lot of people kind of mentioned about some of the remarks he's kind of said about Crawford. So,
Hmm.
I mean, would you scale Jaron to the side to fight Tio? I guess for some people say for the culture and by all means to kind of get back for, or is that doesn't really matter to you?
No, that don't really matter to me. I mean, I get what they saying. T gonna get that work regardless. I don't care if it's me, Boots, any other black fighter. He gonna get that work. Keyshawn Davis trying to fight him as well, so he gonna get that work regardless. God gonna handle that. Whatever happens on that, God gonna handle that. But right now, I gotta go out here and get mine and do my thing. I'm not sitting here plotting and waiting on anybody.
Awesome. My last question before I let you go. I think it's fitting that you're going to go in Japan and defend your title, but arguably probably the best, not Asian fighter in recent time. I know Inoue's still developing, but Manny Pacquiao is coming back at the age of
Hmm.
46. I know that's in your division, maybe even potential talks of you and the winner of that. But do you like the fact that he's coming back and highly ranked in the WBC to just get that opportunity, or it's just boxing?
I mean, entertainment. Welcome to the entertainment business. So. Of course, Manny Pacquiao's Manny Pacquiao. The people who forever love Manny Pacquiao. So, I mean, I don't really mind him coming back. And if you do win a WBC belt, we all know that's the main belt that I want. I'm gonna keep on saying that WBC belt is the main belt that I want. So I don't care if he win it or Barrios still has it. I need that fight, regardless. I respect Pacquiao, just like how he respected Oscar De La Hoya. But we seen the result of that. I ain't gonna finish that sentence.
Even I know Devin Haney's highly ranked there too. Do you like the fact that they were able to bump him up so high as well at 147?
I mean, I call that funny business simply because he still hasn't necessarily fought at 47. I think the weight was at 44 versus Jose Ramirez, who was also at 140. So, like, who did he fight to get himself in the rankings oh so high?
Mhm. Yeah. No, it makes sense.
Actually, who did he fight at 147 anyway?
He hasn't fought anyone at 147 yet. But I guess because he was a 140 champion and the WBC, so maybe
Is he
they
number one?
right now he's number one.
So why I can understand the top 10 or even top five because of that, but number one, that sounds like funny business.
You think there's some stuff going on there? I mean, I know the
Yeah,
Pacquiao and the stuff.
every this is a funny thing.
But look, Brian, I really appreciate you answering our questions. For all the fans that be tuning in June 19th, in the legendary Japanese, Ota um, gymnasium and pretty much you being able to defend your title 7,000 miles across the sea. What do you want to tell the fans that be tuning in?
Okay, boy, like you said earlier, the South got something to say. Finish cream that thing over there in Japan. June 19th, we got 19 to 1, 17 knockout, Jin Sasaki. Shout out to my dude. But we gotta settle this thing, man. We gotta do what we gotta do. We gotta make Ben in shape. See y'all boys soon.